This is Mark for Wimbledon away then. You were clearly, how can I put it politely, irritated on Saturday and you were irritated on Tuesday. Having had 24 hours to think about, in a sense, both, what was the biggest irritant? Or what has been the biggest irritant?
Well, from Tuesday night, our defending of one ball, their keepers assisted in 2 goals, and that's basic defending. And from Saturday, like I said, the fact that Benno got sent off irritates me because I'm missing a key player. But that said, we've got to get on with it. We are scouring what's out there that we can afford, and as of yet have made no real progress. Spoke to a lot of people, a lot of managers, a lot of agents, but haven't been able to secure anything right now, and I don't know if I will. So if that means I have to go with what I've got and Keith Lowe comes in, will come in at centre half, that's fine. I'll be happy with that.
I mean, Keith's clearly done that job before, and I'm thinking too that you have to plan on that basis.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also talked about Harry going and getting. I've had a chat with Harry. I think he needs to go out and get a month's worth of games, 6 weeks worth of games where he's playing Saturday, Tuesday, and we're trying to sort that out as well as looking at things to maybe come in. I think he needs to take a step back a little bit, but I think he'll come again. So, like I said before, if I don't get anything in, I'm okay with that, and I know that Keith will go in there and do a good job.
Just continuing the player scenario, you have Danny Andrew out on loan at the moment. Is he likely to
He's
stay at Cambridge?
He's back. Yeah, he's back.
So would that be a second loan out again, potentially, to get him some football?
Potentially. We'll see where he is. Cambridge have got a new structure down there in place, and he's come back. So we'll take it from there. We'll see how Danny is, and just keep assessing things over the next couple of days.
And just to finish about the sort of the irritation point, is it about you now channeling that irritation into Saturday in a positive way?
Yeah, of course it is. Listen, the players know that I can. The performance on Tuesday was for 65 minutes excellent. I don't like it when the crowd start olaying and doing stuff like that, because I always think it come back and bite you on the backside, and I don't think the players got caught up in it, but just the confidence that we had for 65 minutes was there for all to see. And then when you concede goals as softly as we did, particularly the first, the second and the third ones, it can sap at your confidence. It can sap at I can't believe that we're playing this well but we lose, and that's what happens in games. People talk about goals changing games. It's not necessarily the fact that you just drop your shoulders and are disappointed, and you don't give something to the opposition. And I felt we did that. I felt if we'd have defended properly and been a little bit more ruthless at the top end of the pitch, I think we should have won that game comfortably. I don't think Chris could quite believe how easily we gifted them goals. There were some poor goals there, from both teams, if you like, but particularly the ones that we conceded. That
always hurts you, doesn't it? If you make the other team work hard for their goals, you say fair enough, because you expect to work hard for yours.
Absolutely. Nobody. You shouldn't get anything easy. We don't get anything easy, and we have to make things happen. And we all talk about working hard to earn the right to win games, and to just gift them goals like we did was just, considering we've just gone 3 clean sheets in 5 games and looked a good solid unit. That was disappointing, but that's the challenge for when people have to come in. We've got 1 or 2 things that are happening in the behind the scenes and in the office that we know about, so we have to plan for eventualities, and unfortunately we were found a little bit wanting. But like I said, we're all back in today. Tuesday's gone. Like I said, I think I changed 6 players from Saturday, and it wasn't to. My chairman was desperate to win the game. I was desperate to win the game. It was to win it and to give people a game. And like I say, for 65 minutes, it worked perfectly because we were playing really well. Just you can't concede goals at our level like we did on Tuesday night.
Darryl made the point afterwards that to concede 4 is never nice, but quote, we conceded 4 at Wimbledon last year, and that was a wake-up call for us. So do you think that that's a relevant point in the sense you're going to a ground where last year you did get a bit of a tanning?
I think we've moved on one hell of a lot since then, and I think we've improved as a football team on leaps and bounds since then. But I understand where he's coming from. They'll be buoyed by a new manager on Saturday. They've had a good win last week and they've had a good week's rest to get them ready for it. So it'll be a really tough game. There'll be a decent crowd in, no doubt, to get behind the new manager, and we're going to have to go there and play like we have done for the last 5 games. Bar our defending on Tuesday night.
The strange is that you've had 1 or 2 of these situations where you've gone to a club and a manager's just gone in.
Yeah. I mean, I anticipate. I went and watched them last week. They've still got good players. They'll be definitely up for it. You want to impress your new manager. Sometimes that can work both ways, where they want to impress him too much, and we've got to go. We'll pick a team that we know can go there and work hard and get a result, and we're confident that we can do that, no problem at all. But we've got to make sure that we don't let in goals like we did on Tuesday night, just one straight ball.
If the rumour mill was right, both their main forwards you've tried to sign at various points, Jack Midson and Harrison.
The rumour mill probably is right, yeah.
Which proves that you
absolutely. Jack Midson, we not last summer, the summer before, were very interested in. Didn't happen for various reasons, and he finished top scorer in the league. And then in the summer we had been accepted for Byron Harrison, but the player didn't want to come, so that's life. So my defenders are obviously aware that I rate the 2 players highly. So, but I've got lots of other good players as well. Yusuf, Jolly, Luke Moore, Sammy Moore, Gregory. Some real good players. So I'm surprised they are where they are. But it's still early days, and I'm sure that with a new manager, with a new bit of fresh impetus, that they'll be looking to kick on.
And just lastly, to return to the centre half, if you couldn't get anybody in by Saturday, that would leave a 1-match ban effectively in place for Alan Bennett. Would you still try and get somebody in, or would you think, well, okay, I'll bite the bullet for a game and sit tight?
Good question. Don't know. I'm trying to get somebody in, but I'm not getting the right answers from my club or other clubs to sort of make the one I want to happen. So, we've looked at a couple of other alternatives that are out there, and again, it's still difficult. Not just from the other club's point of view, from our point of view. We'll see. By the end of play today, I will know for definite what I'm going to do. And like I said, if I'm not just going to take something for the sake of it, because effectively Benno is back for, is it Plymouth on the Tuesday on the 23rd? So that's not too bad. But that said, last year we fell. We talked at the end of the season, and when Stevie Elliott got injured, we said we should have gone out and got something, and we didn't, and we tried to learn from it. But unfortunately, our hands are tied a little bit at the moment, and it's just proven a little bit more difficult to get somebody in than we would have liked.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, well, what sort of response did you get after the game when you went up to the boardroom? Did they say yes, but
no?
They said no.
They said they're finding it very difficult. Crowds are, I pushed them, but in the summer, I'm in my budget, but unfortunately, they've been disappointed by attendances, worried by attendances, and that's life. We've got to get on with it. And the question I asked, they know that they wanted one particular player, or the ability to go and definitely ask about one particular player, and he's on a decent wage, and it was probably something that they just thought was a little bit too much. We want better than what we've got. We've got good players in the squad, good players in the team, I only want to bring in things that are going to improve us.
Yeah. Is it a player you've tried to sign before?
Yeah.
And you said the midfielder wouldn't break the bank. Is that still a possibility?
Yeah, that's still a possibility. There's a slight, not concern, but just something that's got to be sorted between clubs. But hopefully we can do something over the next couple of days. I'm not as desperate for that one. You know, right at this moment in time, there's a slight hitch, but nothing to worry about. We'll see where we are with that one. We've just turned our attentions to obviously since Tuesday night we've turned it to a defender. But so by the end of today, I'll know exactly where I am, and if Keith gets the nod, if there's nobody here, Keith will play, and I will be more than happy with that. Yeah,
it's lots changed since last year, but you expecting a lot of balls into the box. I think all their goals last season were from crosses, weren't they? All 4, I think. Is that something you notice having watched them? Do they get it in?
They get the ball in the box. They get good delivery from set pieces. The lad, the right back, they've got on loan, has got a good set piece delivery. But no, they're a good footballing team. Harrison's a threat with his pace and his power. Midson has been sort of playing a bit wide on the right and wins a lot in the air and flicks on and then joins in. They've got good players. So I went to watch them at Oxford. They played well. Again, we're unlucky to come away beaten, but that's what this league's about. And they switched off for a couple of times, and the game went from 2-1 up to they were sort of dead and buried. So, like ourselves, they learned that Oxford can punish you, but they're a good side. But so are we.
Yep. Any idea where Harry might? Has anyone asked about Harry?
Yeah. Somebody might be out tomorrow. We'll see where we are.
Okay. Cheers, Mark.
Thanks,
all right.
Cheers, Mark.